Okay.
What do you know about this Arish guy?
I heard some rangers saying he saved them with maintenance.
To whom it may concern, in case you are not aware, something caused a sticky note in my office to duplicate. My office is unstable now. I will be working from home until this is resolved. You can reach me on my cell phone or home phone. Sincerely, J. Bozo. I don't know how to say it.
Alright, but still.
Anything else here? Yep.
Rangers? I don't know.
Fuck this. What's that? Damage while aiming. Cool. So, on the upper level. I am on the upper level. Another documentation just sitting here. To our executive staffs, I know there's some concern regarding our operation exceeding the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscure from the sanctity of many okay. Cool. I don't. The
Marshall orders us to just sit on our asses and then
Well,
Why haven't we dissected that freak mutation?
ah.
You are a worm through time. The thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror inverted as mirror. Leave your insides by the door. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been a mirror. You walk as the control. We stand around you while you dream. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. Through time, the thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness comes, while you are a worm through time.
Shit.
The thunderstorm
Yeah, that's not good.
That's Dylan. Can you hear me? Oh, come on, Dylan. I'm here. I found you.
You've always been in there. You walk as the control.
Do you know who I am? You know me. Say it.
You are Dylan Faden's sister.
He's talking in the third person. Always a good sign. Do you know who you are?
Not Dylan. Trench and Darling made sure of that. I'm P6. P6. But I'm better now. The hiss made me better. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been the new you. You want this.
Can you stop that? Please? Not exactly the reunion I'd hoped for.
It feels good to say those words. I want to say them. They sound good. They make me feel good. Don't you want to say them too?
No. Fuck off, no. You need to help me get this thing out of his head. If he is still in there, if there is anything left, you have to help me.
You! You came in through the hole in you We let you in. You've always been here. The only true. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Stop it!
Orange peel.
Shit! Shit! He can see you. This is not safe.
We found Polaris together with my sister when we were very small, in Ordinary, in the desert, through the door opened up by the slide projector. But she didn't help when Trench took me away. She didn't give me any powers. All the powers are my own powers. She didn't help when they locked me up for years.
Give us some time for applause. We build you till nothing remains. The air cracks and the truth will emerge out of you. You are home.
The Bureau brought the slide projector back here with me. And the Bureau did what the Bureau does. They used it. And they found... They opened the door up to the hiss. That's the only thing I can thank them for.
There. There it is. We stopped the Altered World event in Ordinary when we shut down the slide projector. And now the projector's here.
An earworm is a tune you can't stop humming in a dream. Baby, 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 yeah. Just plastic. So safe. Nothing to worry about. Funny.
I welcomed the hiss. I let it in. To get rid of her. The hiss set me free. Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you. You are a puppet.
You can almost hear our words, but you forget.
If we shut off the slide projector, maybe that will stop the hiss.
Your regulations.
Maybe it's not too late for my brother.
You must see the truth for yourself, Jesse. Sister. The horrible truth about the Bureau. The hiss is the better option. Go to the Prime Candidate program in the containment sector. I have the keycard to get you there. Salvador wanted me to have it.
Wanted? Bullshit. I saw what the hiss did to Salvador. What it turned him into.
Okay, Dylan. I'll go. I want to see the truth for myself.
I'll go. But only to look for the slide projector. You
Yeah.
can help me. We can end this.
You are a worm through time. You are a worm through time. The thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness comes. White pearls.
I don't know what else I'm hoping to find here.
Dylan. Can we talk?
I'd like to tell you about a dream I had last night.
Off to a good start.
I am kind.
Okay. I'm listening.
I was back in Ordinary before all of this happened. But in the dream, I was alone. It was just me. I was the only child. A girl. My name was Jesse Dylan Faden. But then the Bureau came and caught me, brought me back here, locked me up. Have you ever noticed that our names, Jesse, Dylan, they could be girls' names, boys' names, could be anything. Don't you find that weird?
Not really.
I find
Those.
that weird.
Sure.
What the hell was that?
Yeah.
Is he
What
trying
the
to mess
fuck?
with me?
I don't even know anymore. What the fuck?
You are a worm through time. The thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness.
Any more you want to
Maybe
say?
Dylan's still in there. Maybe there's a way to reach him.
I'd like to talk to my brother, please. Dylan?
Dylan would like to tell you about a dream he had just now.
This again?
I was going to be the new director of this place. I helped you get a job here so that we could be together. You were an office assistant. You'd make coffee and deliver the mail, and there was always plenty of work to do. And it stayed that way forever and ever. It was nice. Really nice.
That's debatable.
But here's the strange thing. The dream shifted, and none of it was real anymore. It was a game. We were in a game, and it was a fucking boring game. But you couldn't stop playing. And then it shifted again. Or maybe it was another dream already. Or maybe I'm just confusing them. But in this other dream, it was more like a musical.
Oh, like Mamma Mia?
This is an ordinary song about an ordinary girl from an ordinary town. It's the ordinary story. She worked an ordinary job in an ordinary office and something. And that's all I can remember of that dream.
Maybe that's for the best.
You are a worm through time. The thunders.
Maybe I can learn more about the hiss from him.
I don't think so. He's gonna have
Can we
another dream.
talk?
I just had an interesting dream.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yay.
That's fascinating, but let's talk about the hiss for a change, yeah?
This dream was about the hiss.
Best I'm gonna get.
In my dream, the hiss had broken free of this prison, this house. I'd set it free. And the president himself was there to welcome us. He was the first one to take the hiss in. Spread the word. At first, many people thought it was horrifying. That he was horrifying. But also, many people who heard his words wanted to welcome the hiss in. And slowly, more and more of them came around until the whole world was brought together by the hiss. It was wonderful.
Okay, thanks for sharing that.
For the record, that will never happen.
Yeah.
Not as long as I'm alive.
The thunderstorm distorts you.
There's still more.
Happiness comes
Like,
white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror, the inverted is mirror.
I don't have all. Goddamn. Like, he's just gonna have fucking dreams. Containments. So, we are going to containment, right? Let's go logistics. So we're gonna head into security. So I can get into level 6 stuff now. Oh my gosh. Documentation. So, oh, locate the mirror.
To find new prime candidates. The Bureau needs a director. Our future. P6 and P7.
And P7? Are we P7? God damn. Okay, hello. God. My brain gets twisted because I'm like, the fuck am I looking at half the time? Cool. Oh, it's this thing. There's one I missed earlier.
I can see you're upset.
These
Meg.
things are creepy.
Why don't you tell Uncle Mr. Bones what's wrong?
Uncle Mr. Bones.
I did bad on my clairvoyance test.
You can't ace every test, Meg. You see, everyone has different brains. Some brains can talk to each other. We call this ESP.
ESP?
Some brains can lift objects, like a baseball. Talk about a fly ball, eh, Meg?
Oh my god.
No interruptions! So who cares if you fail your clairvoyance test? Maybe your brain can throw baseballs, or talk to dead people, or make friends blind. Once we know what your brains can do, we'll know what job to give you. And if your brains are just right, you'll get to sit in the big chair.
I'm fucking creeped out by this
What
thing.
if I don't want the big chair?
What if I don't want the big chair? Everyone wants the big chair, man! That's why we're all here. Use those brains to listen for once, or the only chair you'll get in is the one with straps.
Okay, there's a documentation I missed earlier in the game. There's one of those, and this is the only thing I remember because that fucking shit creeps me the fuck out. And it was just like, oh yeah, it's supposed to be a children TV show. For what child? What child wants to watch that and be terrified for the rest
I
of?
wish things had gone differently and ordinary for us. But wishing won't change things.
Ordinary.
Finding the projector will.
So much coming together in this one case. A new object of power, something we have not seen before. I mean, coming from me, that's saying something. The boy, Dylan Faden, prime candidate 6. And the sister as well. I mean, once we catch up with her, but the boy, so much potential. We're talking Northmore level readings here. And I don't want to invoke his name. It's completely different circumstances here. It's remarkable. There was an incident. Yes. We lost a valuable member of our team, yes. Excessive force. Dylan has so much. But he's just a kid. I'll take the blame. He needs some slack. I mean, boys will be boys. He's exceptional and under a lot of stress. Robert's got killed. It's an unfortunate accident, that's all. Marshall needs to realize this. We will make this work. We'll make this work.
Okay. Subject was alone during this outburst. DF. You again. I thought I told you to leave me alone. Why are you showing me this? I do not, I can't do anything. I can't see where I am. Why don't you help me get the fuck out of here? You always show me things I can't do anything about. Stop showing me her. I don't care anymore, and I don't care about you, and you both left me here to rot. Fuck off, you bitch. I will dig out my own brains if it means getting rid of you. I don't want you here. Get the fucking message. Repeat the phrase "fuck off" in numerous times before being sealed. Blunt force injuries to the head and neck, a sense of trauma out of an area. Dislocation of left and right knee. God damn, and I'm fucking left and that. Holy fuck. Fracture of the 3rd through 10th ribs, left and right. I think this person is, like, deceased. God damn.
Is this what Dylan wanted me to see? It doesn't matter. We need to find that projector. All the times I felt paranoid, I was right. The Bureau could have given me the answers, but they just stood by and watched me.
Well, that's not kind of creepy. Might be a actually important document. Cause of concern. Wyoming. Pennsylvania, what? 2019. So right before, you know, the thing.
We used to play there all the time. Me and Dylan, and other kids as well. We loved it. This time, I remember, was different. We found a way in, deeper into it, like it had shifted. We went inside, and that's where we found the slide projector.
That's what we're
A
looking
dump
for.
is a place for lost things. Things that have been thrown away. Did you ever feel that way when you were growing up, Jesse?
What? No. Yes, but that has nothing to do with...
Was there a slide projector at your home when you were small?
No.
Those were before your time, I suppose. But your family did look at photos together, maybe. In one form or the other?
Maybe.
When was this? Can you remember? At parties? Barbecues? How did it make you feel? Did your parents ever show pictures that embarrassed you? Was alcohol ever involved at these parties? Did your parents drink?
Oh my god.
Did that make you uncomfortable?
No. That's just stupid. Come on. That has nothing to do with this. Nothing.
The slide projector, let me ask you this. As a child, did you ever fantasize about worlds inside pictures? Inside a painting? You know, stepping into a painting, into a hidden world, escaping and finding adventure there, away from your parents.
I don't think so. I don't remember. Maybe. I don't know.
So they recorded her, like... I'm gonna head this way for a second. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Whoa. Whoa. Why are we talking about Alice? Alice Wake, Mr. Wake's wife, was found during the Bureau investigation. She was interviewed and evaluated. She shows signs of severe mental trauma in the forms of redacted memory loss. She was later directed to treatment it was concluded that C has been trapped in the threshold during its manifestation. Notable individuals still missing after the Bright Falls event of the FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale and Dr. Emil Hartman refer to the creators of Dilemma. And the file read the Cauldron Lake Large. Bureau researchers believe this event was the result of a forceful perception of subject reality stemming from Mr. Wake, overlapping on our own. Wake was being flagged as a potential paratilian. I don't know how to say that. See Prime Candidate program file for more details. In 2011, a book by Clay Stewart titled The Alan Wake's Files was published by Roundabout Press, New York and Olympia. Agent interviewed Clay Stewart and suspected minor Alterian sensitivity. He was placed under an indefinite surveillance. A monitoring station was established at Cauldron Lake to alert the Bureau of any future activity. Like I said, why wouldn't, like, in the beginning of this whole playthrough, I was kind of curious on how, so that's one connection to that.
The only thing creepier than one mannequin is a few dozen of the damn things.
I hate mannequins. Oh my god, I hate mannequins.
New Bureau policy. No more mannequins.
Oh, was that part of, yep, I got the mannequin. What's that? Oh. Original.
I studied what happened in Ordinary here. That's the place to start looking.
It's had some sound cut off on me. A holosphere stone-like material. Ammo carcass, rusted metal bucket, leather wallet, aged shotgun cartridge. 20, 28. Hmm. Alrighty then.
Dylan and I were both prime candidates. Experiments.
Okay, so everything should clear up. New York City subway station.
We're going back home.
Yeah.
Of course we are. It started there, and it's never gone away.
Oh, bad man. The page was discovered in an incident of an overview motel and casino that was linked to the investigation sector. The page had been pushed into the motel corridor from the upper doors. Huh. Bright Falls. For 10 years, I've tried to write my escape, only sinking deeper. I used to know where fiction ends and reality begins. Here, they are all the same. It's a hideous trap. My every thought made real, fear, desired. How could I ever know for sure I escaped and not just lost my own lost in my own fantasy of it? That thought alone can drive you mad. The identical words stretch out. Falls, Bryce Ring, Haunted Wake, Alan Wake, Light Switch, Ocean, Too Late, the final sequence. You've been warned. That's the second time I've seen Wake. Excuse me.
There's gotta be a way to rotate these tracks. Maybe there's
I'm gonna go up here. Oh, amber efficiency? I'll eventually get something that's better than that, but... Don't know. Guess who just had a inspected an inbound delivery of like 100 teensy tiny little boxes? Me, that's who. And you know who what was inside each one? A single human tooth. That is fucking gross. Ew. Ew. Oh, why?
There's gotta be a way to rotate these tracks. Maybe there's a control panel nearby.
Oh.
It won't rotate. Something's blocking it. Won't rotate. Something's blocking it.
Okay, so we're continuing. Any more information on the wakes? So this is the first time in a while since we heard anything about the wakes, and so we know that Alice was taken by the Bureau for psychological reasons. Literally, you just stand still. It's usually a one-on-one battle, so I'm not super concerned about that. But yeah, so they took Alice for maybe some for the mental evaluation, but that's pretty much it. Like, we know that Alan Wake fought Mr. Scratch, his doppelganger that pretty much is trying to ruin his life, right? So we know that he's still in his own ratings, so I'm very curious about all this. It'd be, you know what'd be fucking wild? Guess what would be wild for them to do? What I think it would be absolutely fucking crazy is if they, if with Max Payne, because it's clear that he was writing Max Payne, right? So imagine is the way that they do it is that Max Payne is just a story from Alan. Alrighty. But it's like, it's a story from Alan, but Max Payne is an actual like person, right? I think that would be kind of crazy. There's a boss in here. Sorry. Good. The airplane in question has been brought in from a private airfield located in the town of Redacted, Cincinnati. It is suspected to be connected to the redacted AWE. See case file redacted for more detail. And it is being evaluated for alter status. The plane is currently being stored in the transit corridor in the containment sector, brought here through the New York subway tunnels. Special access redacted. For more information on tunnel redacted and links to urban legends centered on ghost stations, abandonment tracks in redacted. See file 4-12-4521. The plane's black box is currently being evaluated for the redacted. Initial readings have been taken by a research team through the ultra status has been detected. I feel like we're gonna finish this game tomorrow. Or the next stream, I mean. Bye bye. The first slide was a room of a dirty wallpaper and dolls on a shelf. There were a lot of dolls. DF interview 2002. The house was empty. No one lived there. We played in there a lot. It was our secret playhouse. JF therapy section 2010. I went to school with Nell. Some kids called him Nosebleed Nell. No, likely Nell Hausberg missing. It was me. It was mean. He had asthma. I'd feel you there. Tom, likely Tom Bolo missing, and his gang. Freddie. Oh no, it's Freddie Fazbear. Likely Frederick Botwell missing. Hugo. No one by this name was found in the public records. Bullied him. We brought Nell to the dump to play DF. Unconfirmed existence of an additional slide house.
Listening to America Overnight, celebrating 29 years, shining a light in the shadows.
Oh, thanks for making me feel old.
Thank you for staying with us. Here's our first caller.
Hi. What I'm about to tell you, if they found out, I don't know what would happen.
If who found out, brother?
The men in the suits. They told me it was an industrial accident, but this is something else. Something nobody talks about. Ordinary.
This certainly doesn't sound very ordinary, caller.
No, not ordinary. Ordinary. It's a town. And it wasn't an industrial accident. I mean, that's what they said. But that's bullshit.
Whoa, please watch the language, caller. It may be 2 a.m., but we're still a family show.
I'm sorry. It's just, my brother lived there. They said the town was destroyed, but it wasn't. I went there. The people are gone, but the town's there. It's still there.
So the population of an entire town disappears, yet the town remains. Tell me, was the phrase, "there is no salvation" written anywhere?
I'm not sure.
The same thing happened in Brazil in 23, a village called Hor Verde. More than 600 people just up and left. The government said they were fleeing guerrilla forces, but we know the truth. A mass abduction, as predicted by my regular guest, Dr. Quincy Reagan.
Abduction? You mean aliens? That's bullshit! I know they're lying!
Now, I warned you about the language, caller. I'm afraid we're gonna have to cut you off. And good timing, too. It's time for a short break. Hang in there. America Overnight will be right back.
Like, guy didn't want him. An AWEs occurred in the town of Ordinary, caused by an object of power, a slide projector ID OP15, discovered by local children at the dump outside the town. When a specific set of slides were used in the projected image opened doorways to other dimensions. Multiple slides were used by the children, resulting in disappearance of the town's adult population. On August 30th, 2002, sibling Dylan Faden, 10 years old, CP6 materials, and Jesse Faden, 11 years old, P7 materials, were playing at the local dump when they found a discarded slide projector. See P15 case file and Darling presentations redacted for details. A team led by Director Trench and Dr. Darling arrived at the site on September 14th. The AWE had ended, but the team founded the Faden children, who led them to the slide projector in the slide, which had been burned with the exception of one. Jesse escaped the agent attempt to detain the pair. In total, 17 surviving individuals were found in the town. All of them were brought in for questioning and tests. The interview redacted, and prime candidate program files redacted.
There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world.
Okay.
In the form of altered world events. These forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, a television, a supposedly haunted house. So,
like Monster House?
Clearly humanity affects this process. Our collective unconscious is a map of sorts. We hold the key, but we don't know how to use it. We create these archetypes through everyday life, popular culture, urban legends, but we are observing and influencing a complicated system in action. We can change the likelihood of something being a receptacle for these forces just by thinking about it. But we haven't found a method to control the outcome. And yet, there's something unique in us, in our dreams, in the conceptual reality with power with our minds. What's the cause and what's the effect? Are we the starting point or just a necessary evil in this? A byproduct, a reflection, a projection? We'll struggle to find the answers to these hard questions. Or do I try?
And that's a statement. Oh my god. Jesse and me followed the dung monkeys into the cave. There was a lot of them. More of the children from the town had joined up. It was really scary. Jesse grabbed the projector and we ran as fast as we could. They chased us. I fell and hurt my knee. Jesse tried to help me, but the dung monkeys were coming. They were just about to get us, but then Neil showed up. Neil looked like a dog, like a melted dog, but I knew it was him. Neil said a lot of times he didn't like being a boy because Tom just beat him up. I think he liked being a dog. DF interview 2002. The projector wouldn't turn off, so we changed the slide to the hand. I heard immediately. C promised to help. JF. Jesse said we should call her Polaris. It's because C was doing stars at school. Additional slide. Huh.
Annual evaluation of Dylan Faden, formerly P6, performed by Dr. Carla Vaughn. The questions asked here correspond to the 5th iteration of the Gunner's psychological assessment. Are you ready, Dylan? Let's begin then. In a single word, describe the world around you.
Where's Casper?
Dr. Darling is out of the building today.
He's never out. He didn't want him. He never visits, not since Roberts. Tell Darling it wasn't my fault. I couldn't control it yet, but I can now. I learned. Will you tell him?
In a single word, describe the world around you.
A prison.